In the previous lesson, we recalled the first 13 rules of subject-verb agreement, which laid the foundation for understanding how subjects and verbs must work together correctly. Today, we move forward to explore rules 14 to 25, deepening our grasp of the more specific and complex cases of agreement in English. Before we proceed, in English, the verb in a sentence is to match the subject so the sentence makes sense grammatically. That is called grammatically rule. For example, we say he runs every day, not he run, because the verb runs agrees with the singular subject, he. We say they run every day, not they runs, because the verb run agrees with the plural subject, they. So basically, subject-verb agreement just means the subject and verb go together correctly depending on whether the subject is singular or plural.
The only time when the object of the preposition factors into the decision of plural or singular verb form is when noun and pronoun subjects like some, half, none, more, all, etc. are followed by a prepositional phrase. In these sentences, the object of the preposition determines the form of the verb. Pag ginagamit natin words like some, most, half, all, or none, pwede yung maging singular or plural. Pero, nakadepende lang hiya noun after of. If the noun after of is singular, magamit kita ng singular verb. If the noun after of is plural, magamit kita ng plural verb. For example, most of the products have been sold. Products is plural, so we use have. Another example is, some of the investments of the firm seem to have been affected by the changes. Investments is plural, so gingamit natin ang seem. Seem is plural. So always look at the word after of bago kita mag-decide kung ano aton verb nga gagamiton. Words or phrases that expresses periods of time, weights, amounts of money taken as a unit, generally singular. When we talk about time, money, weight, or amount as one whole thing or one total, we use singular verb, even if the number looks plural, because we are thinking of it as one whole thing or one unit, not as separate parts. For example, 5 liters of oil was required to get the car running. 5 liters of oil means one total amount of oil, so we use was. But if we say several liters of oil were spilled, magiging plural na hiya. We're talking about many liters nga natapon. Dere hiya, one whole amount. Another example is, 2 gallons of whitewash is all that the dentist needs. Another example is, 2 gallons of whitewash is all that the dentist needs. Even though 2 gallons sounds plural, diri tayo ito consider nga plural. Since it meaning hiton is one total amount of whitewash. So, gingamit nato ng is instead of are. In short, pag kiniisip naton nga one whole amount hiya, magamit kita ng singular verb or is or are. Pero, kung isipon naton nga separate parts of pieces hiya, mayus kita yung plural verb, an are or were.
Subject joined by each or every singular. When the word each or every come before two or more subjects connected by and, the verb that follows must be singular. This because each and every emphasize the individual person or thing separately, not a group. Even if there are two or more nouns, the focus is one at a time, so we can use singular verb. Example, every boy and girl was given prize. Every makes a sentence singular, so we can use was, not were. Each student and teacher has a role to play. Each refers to every student and teacher individually, so we can use has, not have. In short, in each or every comes before the subject always a singular verb because the sentence are treating as subjects one by one. Collective noun, singular or plural, depends on meaning. A collective noun is a word that refers to a group of people, animals, or things acting as one unit. Example include team, family, committee, class, audience, and staff. Collective nouns can take either a singular or a plural verb depending on how the group is acting. Use a singular verb when the people of the group is acting as one unit or doing the same thing together. Example, the team is winning. The team is acting together as one. Use a plural verb when the members of the group are acting individually or doing different things. Example, the team are arguing among themselves. Each member is acting separately. In short, if the group is act as one, use singular verb. If the members are act separately, use plural verb.
Usually, indefinite pronouns like everyone, someone, nobody, using singular verbs. For example, everyone loves music, but rule number 18 is the exception to that. When you see pronouns such as few, many, several, both, all, and some, they're naturally plural in meaning. They refer to more than one. So, the verb that follows them should also be plural. Example in context. Few were able to finish the race. Few means a small number of people, more than one. Many have tried to solve the puzzle. Many is plural, so have fits. It is plural verb. Several were chosen for the project. Both are ready for the trip. Some were excited about the surprise. So, the simple trick to remember, if the word refers to more than one, use a plural verb. These six pronouns, few, many, several, both, all, some, always sounds plural in sense, so treat them as such.
When verbals, such as gerunds and infinitives, are used as the subject of a sentence, they take the singular verb form of the verb. But when they are linked by, and they take the plural form. This means that the verb used should be singular because only one action is being talked about. For example, to collect stamps is an expensive hobby. To collect stamps is only one activity, so we use the singular verb is. But when two or more gerunds or infinitives are joined by and, they become plural, so we use plural verb. Example number 2. Smoking cigarette and drinking liquor cost a lot of money. Here, there are two actions, smoking and drinking, so we use the plural verb cost.
Nouns plural in form but singular in meaning takes a singular verb. Some nouns look plural because they end with s, but they actually refers to one singular idea, subject, or things. Even through the upper plural, they are singular in meaning, so they must be singular verb. These nouns usually refers to subject of study, disease, or activities. Examples: Miss Liz treats lives of children. Miss Liz look plural, but it's the name of one disease. Therefore, it takes a singular verb, treatens, not treaten. Physical makes me sick. Physical ends with s, but they represent one branches of science, so we choose the singular verb makes, not make.
Mass nouns or things that cannot be counted are singular unless they are preceded by the lots of, pieces of, kind of, a collection of, and the like. For example, the chalk is not enough for the bird work. Second example, the pieces of chalk are nowhere to be found.
Collective nouns like her, senate, class, crowd, etc. usually take a singular verb form. Collective nouns are words that name a group of people, animals, or things, but they are treated as one unit. Even though they refer to many people, they take a singular verb form because the group acts as one. For example, the class agrees to have a party before the Christmas break. We use agrees or singular because the class is one group. Another example, the crowd seems excited about the appearance of their idol. We use seems or singular because the crowd is acting together as one. In short, when using collective nouns, always remember they talk about many but act as one. So use a singular verb. Titles of books, movies, short stories, poems, novels, and others are treated as singular and take a singular verb. This rule says that when we use the title of something, like a book, movies, poem, or story, as the subject of the sentence, we treat them as singular, not plural. Even if the title looks or sounds plural, it only refers to one piece of work. So we use a singular verb like is, was, makes, stars. For example, The House of Us stars Catherine Bernardo and Daniel Padilla. The word stars, not star, agrees with the singular title, The House of Us. Even though house looks or sounds plural, the title means one movie. So we use a singular verb, stars. Another example is Edgar Allan Poe's The Bells makes a good piece for speech choir. The word the bells looks or sounds plural, but it is the title of one poem. So we use makes, not make, because it is one single poem. In short, no matter how many words or plural nouns are in a title, always treat it as one thing and use a singular verb.
Sentences beginning with the expression the number take a singular verbs, while sentences beginning with a number take plural verbs. For example, the number of applicants in the call center world grows each year. A number of test takers in the criminologist board exam are now waiting for the result. A close use, a subject needs a singular verb. For example, whatever kind family you have does not matter to me. Second example, what you are is God's gift to you.